Claude 5 may be one of the most powerful AI models people have seen in a widely released product, but the more powerful AI becomes, the more dangerous it becomes to trust it blindly. This video is not about attacking Claude Fable 5. It is about understanding the risks that come with powerful AI when people move too fast, trust too easily, and stop checking what the model is really doing. The dark side of Claude Fable 5 is not that it is weak. The dark side is the opposite. It may be useful enough to make bad decisions look smart, polished, and ready to use. A weak AI fails in obvious ways. A strong AI can fail beautifully. It can produce polished reports, confident summaries, convincing code, and clean explanations that hide dangerous mistakes. That is why this matters. The risk is no longer only bad answers. The risk is credible-looking wrong answers entering real workflows, real businesses, real decisions, and real products. And because Claude Fable 5 is designed for demanding reasoning, long tasks, coding, and agentic work, the consequences of getting it wrong can be bigger than most people expect. So today we are going deep into the dark side of Claude Fable 5. Overtrust, privacy, cost, hidden limitations, bad automation, coding risk, weak human review, and dependency. Because the most dangerous AI user is not the person who knows the least, it is the person who becomes impressed enough to stop thinking critically. Let's start with the biggest danger, overtrust. Claude Fable 5 sounds intelligent, structured, and calm. That presentation can trick people into believing that the output must be correct. But confidence is not proof. A model can sound certain while still being incomplete, misleading, outdated, or simply wrong in ways that are hard to notice quickly. And this is what makes powerful AI different from weak AI. Weak AI often makes mistakes that feel obvious. Strong AI can make mistakes that feel professional. Imagine asking Claude Fable 5 to summarize a business report. It gives you a clean executive summary, sharp bullet points, and actionable recommendations. It looks excellent. But if one key number was misunderstood, one assumption was wrong, or one trend was misread, the whole recommendation can quietly become flawed. The scary part is not the wrong answer itself. The scary part is how easy it becomes for humans to trust a polished answer without slowing down to inspect it. This is the trust trap. The better the surface quality gets, the more people assume the inside must also be reliable. That is dangerous in business, coding, research, education, content creation, and anywhere decisions depend on correct reasoning. Claude Fable 5 does not need to be malicious to be risky. It only needs to be persuasive enough that humans stop challenging it. And that is why the right approach is not blind trust or blind fear. The right approach is structured trust. Structured trust means asking for assumptions, asking what could be wrong, asking for alternatives, checking numbers, checking logic, and verifying important outputs. If you remember one thing from this video, remember this: a polished answer is not the same as a safe answer. The second dark side is privacy. The more useful an AI model becomes, the more people want to upload sensitive information into it. Contracts, invoices, customer messages, business plans, private notes, source code, internal documents, financial spreadsheets, legal material, and sensitive client information all start flowing into AI workflows. Convenience makes this worse. When a tool is powerful, people begin to think, I'll just paste everything in and let the model sort it out. That instinct is dangerous. Powerful AI does not cancel the need for data discipline. If anything, it makes data discipline more important. If you are handling client information, confidential business documents, or sensitive internal workflows, privacy is not optional. It becomes part of the service you are offering. Clients may not understand the details of Claude 5, but they absolutely understand when their private data is handled carelessly. This means professionals need to think about permissions, access, data minimization, redaction, and whether certain information should be shared with an AI model at all. Just because the model can read a giant document does not mean you should upload the whole thing without thinking. The smart move is to remove names, remove identifiers, reduce sensitive details, and share only what is necessary to complete the task. The dark side of convenience is carelessness, and carelessness with data is one of the fastest ways to turn a useful tool into a serious liability. The third dark side is cost. Powerful AI feels almost magical when you use it in a chat box, but under the surface, powerful models can become expensive very quickly. Claude Fable 5 is built for big tasks. That means people are tempted to paste huge reports, long code bases, giant. But more context does not always mean more value. Then there is output cost. Long reports, big rewrites, repeated edits, agent loops, and large generated outputs can silently turn into a budget problem. This matters even more for businesses and developers using APIs. If you build a workflow without cost discipline, the tool may look useful but still be economically stupid. A workflow that saves 10 minutes but burns too much usage cost is not automatically a good workflow. The dark side here is that AI can make people focus on possibility and ignore efficiency. They ask, can it do this? But forget to ask, should we pay for it this way? Serious users need cost controls, smaller context when possible, cleaner. Powerful AI is not only a capability decision, it is also a unit economics decision. If you ignore cost, the dark side of a strong model is simple. It can make you productive and unprofitable at the same time. The fourth dark side is hidden limits. Claude Fable 5 is powerful, but it does not operate in a vacuum. It operates inside policies, safety systems, classifiers, and restrictions. That user may think they are testing pure model capability, when in reality they are interacting with a model whose behavior can be shaped by safety rules and automated fallbacks. This is not automatically bad. Safeguards exist for good reasons, especially in areas like cybersecurity and biology, but hidden limits can still create confusion. If a model suddenly weakens, refuses indirectly, gives incomplete health, or behaves inconsistently, users may not understand why. Was it a capability problem, a policy problem, a safety trigger, a routing decision? Without transparency, trust becomes harder. The dark side is not just that limitations exist. The dark side is that people often do not know when they are hitting them. For developers and businesses, this matters a lot. If you do not understand the boundaries of the system, your workflow can fail in unpredictable ways. And when a workflow fails unpredictably, people may blame the wrong thing, optimize the wrong layer, or trust outputs that were already compromised by hidden constraints. The practical lesson is simple. If a result feels strange, ask the model to clarify assumptions, limitations, uncertainty, and what it cannot safely do. Do not mistake a smooth interface for total transparency. Powerful AI often hides a complicated control layer behind a simple conversation box. The fifth dark side is coding. This is one of the biggest opportunities for Claude Fable 5, but also one of the biggest risk zones. A model that can write code, review code, suggest tests, and explain architecture feels incredibly powerful. It can make one developer feel like a much larger team. But fast code can also mean fast bugs. Security weaknesses, broken logic, hidden dependencies, bad assumptions, and fragile fixes can all move faster too. This is especially dangerous for beginners. A person who does not fully understand the generated code may still feel confident enough to use it because it looks clean and complete. That confidence is the trap. Code that works in a quick demo is not automatically production-ready, secure, or maintainable. Claude Fable 5 can be extremely useful in software work, but it does not replace architecture judgment, security review, testing discipline, or engineering responsibility. If AI writes something involving payments, authentication, private data, permissions, or sensitive business logic, human review becomes non-negotiable. The dark side is not that the model writes bad code and when people skip review, technical debt and risk begin to pile up behind it. The best use of powerful coding AI is guided acceleration, not blind delegation. The sixth dark side is agentic workflows. This is where AI becomes more than a single answer and starts helping with chains of work. That sounds amazing, and often it is, but multi-step workflows create a new problem. Small mistakes can compound as the chain continues. If the first assumption is wrong, the second step may build on it. Then the third step reinforces it. This is one reason powerful AI scares serious operators. The more autonomy you allow, the more important your checkpoints become. Without checkpoints, an AI can research the wrong thing, optimize the wrong goal, rewrite the wrong file, or create work that looks busy but is not useful. A strong model does not remove the need for process. It increases the need for process. If you use Claude Fable 5 in agentic workflows, design stop points, review after research, review after planning, review after drafting, review before publishing or deploying. The dark side of automation is not only failure, it is failure that moves fast and feels efficient while going in the wrong direction. That is why good AI systems need brakes, not just speed. The more capable the model, the more disciplined the workflow with begun. The seventh dark side is content. Claude Fable 5 can help generate ideas, scripts, posts, summaries, and entire content systems. That is powerful, but it creates a flood problem. When creation becomes easier, the internet gets fuller. More posts, more videos, more threads, more insights, more noise. The risk is that creators begin to confuse volume with value. They publish more, but say less. Powerful AI can make content look structured, but structure is not the same as originality. It can make things readable without making them memorable. This is where the phrase AI slop starts becoming real. Polished content that adds very little, feels generic, and exists mostly because it was easy to produce. The dark side for creators is not only competition, it is sameness. When everyone uses similar, the people who win will not be those who generate the most. They will be those who keep a real point of view, real taste, and real usefulness. Claude Fable 5 should improve your creative process, not erase your creative identity. If the model helps you create faster but your content becomes empty, the speed was not worth it. The audience may not care how quickly the content was made. They care whether it was worth there. The eighth dark side is dependency. The more useful a model becomes, the more tempting it is to lean on it for everything. Emails, plans, research, code, summaries, ideas, revisions, customer messages, business strategies, study help, and creative decisions all begin to flow through the same tool. At first, this feels efficient, but if the model always drafts first, decides first, and explains first, you may become faster while becoming less sharp. This is the crutch problem. A tool should amplify your ability. A crutch quietly replaces effort until you feel lost without it. Claude Fable 5 should help you think deeper, not stop you from thinking. The people who get the most from powerful AI are not passive users. They challenge outputs, compare options, and keep developing their own judgment.
The dark side of dependency is not immediate failure, it is gradual erosion of skill.
And once that erosion happens, the user becomes easier to impress and easier to mislead. So the goal is not to avoid AI. The goal is to use AI without surrendering your own competence.
So how do you use Claude 5 safely and intelligently? Start with one principle. Never let the model be the final authority on high-stakes work.
Verify facts, check numbers, test code, review logic, confirm assumptions, ask the model what it might have missed.
Use staged workflows. Do not jump from vague idea to final output in one step. Break work into phases and review each phase.
Control costs, track usage, reduce unnecessary context, design workflows around value, not fascination.
Protect data, minimize sensitive input, remove identifiers when possible. Treat privacy as part of professional quality.
Maintain your own thinking. Use the model to accelerate, organize, and explore. Do not use it as an excuse to become mentally lazy. Add human checkpoints to important workflows. If the outcome affects money, privacy, code, clients, or reputation, human review should stay in the loop.
This is the mature way to use powerful AI. Not fear, not blind excitement, operational seriousness.
It can save. It can save.
So the real lesson is simple. Don't trust it blindly. Use it, learn it, benefit from it, but verify, review, protect, and think.
Because the future will not belong to the people who fear AI or to the people who worship AI. It will belong to the people who know how to use it responsibly.
This is Scribbleshock AI, where we turn AI chaos into simple, useful visual stories. Subscribe for more AI tools, risks, opportunities, and breakthroughs explained without hype.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing AI content and tutorials. See you in the next video.